Here we go.
No sound, making up for it with our strong vocal cords.
We'll do it. We'll make up for it somehow. Yeah. And Golden gonna be straight out in front too with the Morgana scout ahead. But you got a nice little point defense here from the Hunters. Vayne up top lane there, but Golden don't get caught. That one shot, we can't hear it, but they did. That one shot in a lot of skill shots like Ezreal's like Ezreal's Q. If the impact happens, you hear that little.
Yeah.
So someone was in there.
But you don't know how many people are there, so they're hesitant to just dive on in.
Also true.
So they were just kind of hesitating, and now they're just starting to clump and like, okay, someone's here, let's go. And,
we got
nice.
some music.
Yeah, all right.
All right. You know what, I can do, this works out better.
I was like, what the heck? They have different sounds.
I'm okay with this. You got Morgana getting to bind. Okay, we'll bring it down. We'll bring down the music just a little bit. just a little bit.
Yeah, but they have a really strong team, the Saigon Jokers. Jace, of course, is just ridiculously strong in the top lane. We've seen that before. Anivia is kind of one of those like niche picks. Like some people really excel with the bird, but others don't. Yep. So that'll be interesting. And then Ezreal, really strong too. Ezreal, they just nerfed him. So are we still going to see him take off in that bottom lane? What do you think?
I think it's still a little bit too soon to tell.
Yeah.
I've been seeing.
Is this with the nerf? No, this is old, right?
This is pre-nerf though. So this is actually Kha'Zix's patch still.
Ridiculously strong.
He's still ridiculously strong, but at least in the solo queue where I play at, I'm still seeing him. He still does okay. It's just he can't trade like he used to. But we are going to see the lane swap, it appears, for the Hunters. And Aurelia's actually camping out the tower here down in bottom. So Monkey's going to be here on his own. Archie going to be moving on in. So there will be the swap. You got Vayne, Nunu here up in the top lane. We saw Vayne last game. We saw Nunu last game, just not on the same team, but they will be there together. And Vayne pairs up great with an aggressive support like Blitz or Alistar. Nunu equally as well. You get that extra movement speed, and she becomes a huge beast.
Yeah, the thing is with that lane, if you get ahead, you can just really stomp out the lane, especially in a 2v1. Jace is pretty solid in the 2v1 with that ranged poke. On the other end, though, they have Aurelia down in the bot lane versus Sona Ezreal, that extremely strong poke comp. Yep. So Aurelia not known for the best 2v1, so I think Aurelia's going to have a really hard time down there in bot lane against that such strong poke. And we've seen fixes. Oh, Morgana getting caught out with the cleaver.
Violet.
And forcing the flash, and they're chasing.
They're going
and
in.
A quick first blood for Violet on Mundo. And Mundo is so strong of a champion, if given a lead, can really just tank a lot of hits, really strong in the mid game. So that's really bad for KLH right now.
Yeah, Mundo with a sufficient amount of farm. He just gets too tanky. He just gets too ridiculous. Yeah. And remember, in that ultimate, when he does get it, when he eventually hits 6, it's percentage-based regen. The more health he gets, the more he gets back, and he just becomes a huge pain. But we got the 2v1s going on here. I still got to adjust. I didn't actually go through. I got to change these.
Yeah,
there we go.
I forget that you can do that still. That is such a cool
feature. I forget you can.
Yeah.
So you look at the farm, and both of the ADs are still in a very equal footing race. But you look at the solos though, and it's a very different story. Jace not doing so hot.
Yeah.
But what you see Aurelia doing, this is what Monkeys can actually do here on the purple side. Whoa, we're getting a little bit too chunked out.
And that is the damage.
Oh, quite a bit. Archie flashing on and getting the last hit. Very well done by the Ezreal.
Yeah, the Q and then the power cord on Sona is really, really strong. And it's like even under tower, you saw she wasn't safe. Aurelia just got chunked down really quick.
Yeah.
And that bottom lane is going to have a really, really hard time from here on out.
Next water, trying to do some fancy footwork just to make sure you do not get engaged upon by that Nocturne. You want to stay away from that fear. It's always a good thing, and does manage to keep Nocturne away. What I was talking about Monkeys earlier, though, is that being on purple side, they do have one extra thing available to them. You can actually double back and grab the wolves, provided Violet's not stealing them and trying to kill the Nocturne. He's got the spell shield up. Violet's at nearly full health. Here comes the Sona. Junie getting the kill down on a Nocturne. Monkeys needs to retreat back to the tower, but he's getting chunked out. He's getting slowed immensely. Oh. No more Qs coming from Sona, but Golden will do just as fine. You forced Aurelia back. You forced Morgana to to run away in fear and use some health potions. This is Joker's, this is a completely different team, it seems.
This is Joker's game right now, and they have that really strong 2v1 advantage.
Right.
Ezreal, Sona, is just a really, really strong lane we mentioned before. But we saw Sona go in, play aggressive, and land those Qs in the power chord and just taken down the enemy champions really quick. And that's what they're going to be able to do with this advantage now. They can roam around. You know, they have Mundo to back them, and Mundo has that ability to get in and out because of the his resilience. I
also want to mention, too, about these two teams is that these guys are the two teams in the middle of the pack for the GPL. So there's, I believe, only top 3 goes on to the next season, and they're fighting out. Like, there's only 2-3 weeks left.
Yeah.
Like, whoever wins this is going to be a very good indicator on who may actually move on to the next season. You got Nocturne getting caught out once again. The stun coming from Flash Frost is going to be more than enough for Violet to get the rest of the damage in. But you have Golden still hanging around, wants to kill time, waiting for Nunu and Vin coming in, but will not be landing Darkbind, and Violet going to be getting free from that.
You know, these are two teams, like you said, in the middle of the pack, but if the early game is any indication of who is the superior team,
Jokers, man.
Jokers are just dominating them. I mean, this early for a 2.2K Goldie, 2.3K now, it's going to be really difficult for KLH to get back into this. And we saw Saigon Joker. I mean, they beat Dignitas at World Championship.
Yeah.
You know, they have the ability to be successful, and we're definitely seeing their strengths here right now.
So, yeah, it's a very early gold lead. You know, the metric that we've heard a few times posting around on the forums is like, well, whoever has the lead at 12 minutes usually wins.
Yeah.
And right now they've got the lead at nearly 7 minutes. Violet, though, getting very low. Their heals coming on in, but Monkeys is aggressive, wants to kill, is desperate to get the Mundo. Will he get it? No!
Gosh.
Violet hiding out in the bush, getting the kill onto a little bit of a too aggressive on Aurelia.
That was a little bit reckless.
It was.
I mean, it's a 2v1 lane, so you know that Ezreal and Sona together are going to be there. They have the burst damage to just burn you down really quick and just sacrifice everything. And it's like that motto, it's more important to not die than it is to get a kill. You know? So,
and
like,
that's what Jace is doing very well.
Yeah.
Oh actually, he may actually end up getting something. You got the Ignite down on the Vayne.
Turn onto Nunu, but here comes Nocturne to come and help out.
Running the wrong way.
He's probably going to get feared, and now he's going to get burned down pretty quickly. And that's going to get...
Are
you serious?
He's got the movement speed.
Oh
the slam backwards on Nocturne.
Okay.
QTV is going to get away from that.
Yeah, so
what?
That's pretty crazy. I mean,
that's
Jace
is
a strong champion. QTV is also a strong player. So together, able to really zone out the opponent. And, I mean, Vayne just got overextended.
Yeah.
It's not very often that you see a 2v1 lane getting destroyed by a single champion, but QTV is managing to do it now.
Yeah, and Vayne is pretty squishy though.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not the best thing to have. Yeah. But even if Jace died, even if he died, that was still an advantageous situation for him because he still will be ahead of the Aurelia. Any kill, a kill is the equivalent to about 20 creeps. And that just skyrocketed him into the lead.
Yeah, he's doing really well now. So now, I mean, his poke is even more fierce. He has the level advantage because he's solo. So now Vayne is going to get chunked down a lot by those Jace pokes. And Vayne is, I mean, fell off for a lot of reasons, but one of them is, lack of escape like some of these other AD carries. Oh, and they're just poking and... Look how slow this is. It's just like shooting around.
It's slow going. Everyone's still kind of got like level 1 boots trying to make stuff happen. But the wall, even though it's level 1, can still be quite a bit of an annoyance. Sona looking to a 1v1 Aurelia at this point.
Yeah. Just
killing time for Ezreal. It's all it is. Archie going to be back in lane in just a second.
Right there. So
there
Sona
you go.
Just chasing with the Q and the poke, and has to back out because Ezreal's there to assert his dominance over the bottom lane. And look at Saigon Jokers just controlling the map. They've warded deep into the opponent's jungle. They're controlling their buffs.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a dirty, gross snowball from here as they sneak behind Vayne and Nunu. Luckily, they have the movement speed to get out of there.
The dirtiest of snowballs, the one on the ground, a little bit yellow. It's not the best situation to be in. To be rolling down in the eyes of that snowball, giant snowball rolling down the hill.
Never eat yellow snow.
Never eat yellow snow. Never ever. Ever. Winter is approaching. You need to know these tips. Or if you're caught in some parts of the hurricane, you may already be in that situation. Golden, though, looking for damage, using the ultimate, but Nyx player flashes away from it. You got the spell shield, will be taken away from the ulti, but here comes Violet, looking to help save the day.
And Ezreal.
Ezreal with the pinch. Golden's going nowhere.
Oh, my gosh. And they're just picking on Morgana at this point. Well, actually, everyone's not doing no one's doing well on KLH. 0-2 Aurelia, 0-2 Nocturne, 0-2 Morgana.
This could be a flawless victory.
This could be a really, I mean, it's making it's going to be a quick game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already taking this mid tower. They might even be able to get this tier 2 if they continue to push. Mundo is extremely strong right now.
Yeah.
He's just really tanky with that early Heart of Gold and the Dorn Shield. It's not looking good for KLH right now.
Junie taking one tower shot before they back off. Let's see how Monkeys is doing considering all those deaths earlier. Still only has the Ninja Tabby.
Yeah.
No damage, no nothing. While as you look at Jace, he had that kill earlier. He's got boots. He's got the brutalizer. There you go. Now we're starting to build up onto Monkeys. He's working for that phage. Does not quite have enough gold to get the whole thing. How much are you off? You're about you're a few hundred. There's like 300 more gold. Should be able to finish off the recipe, but still, we're 11 minutes into the game, and Aurelia still doesn't have a phage. You still have like at least like one. Yeah. Something to at least build eventually into a core item.
Yeah, I still think she's farming well. I mean, it's really hard to farm in that 2v. Oh, and here the Nunu ultimate is Jace going to get caught out, and Jace goes down. Nunu goes down as well, and here goes Vayne. Oh,
nice
with the knockback.
Condemn.
I don't know if nope. And if you're just too slow, bro. So
flawless victory has been blown, but it's still nearly a 7K lead.
Yeah, it's pretty
huge.
Pretty huge. Saigon Joker's doing a really good job of roaming the map here.
Yeah, and even Sona with both GP10s. Nunu has yet to get one. You look over at Nocturne. He's only got 2 deaths, no assists, no kills. He's only got his tabbies and a Dorn's Blade. Mundo, we've talked about him, how ridiculously far ahead he is. It just the hunters are just playing up, falling short in every single lane.
Yeah,
that's it.
They definitely have a later game team. That's what you see with Vayne.
Yeah.
And Ezreal and Sona are just monsters in lane, so it's not surprising that they're doing. They're at this point. I could see KLH coming back. 7K gold deficit, though. That's going to be really difficult for them.
Yeah.
And you notice, I mean, Nixwater's just hanging out, like not afraid at all, just poking and knows you can play pretty safe because Nunu Vayne can't do a lot right now.
Nunu Vayne, Nocturne might be able to do something. No, Nocturne did hit 6. He could ult on it, and he is going to go in. He wants that fear. He wants to keep the Anivia down.
Oh my
the
gosh.
wall going to get the separation. Vayne getting very low. If you can at least get the egg, you'll be able to get the kill. There you go. There's the egg. Is the damage enough before the revive?
Oh!
Yo! Surprise Ezreal ult coming on in. So that evens it up for a 1-for-1.
Yeah, the old egg bait.
Egg bait.
I've seen that before. Yeah, that was
I think I've been to a diner or two where they pulled off the old egg bait.
Yeah, now the tier 2 towers going down in mid. Ezreal getting that kill, and just the presence and the dominance from Saigon Jokers is just so much. I mean, we're seeing that aggressive early tower taking style.
Yeah.
How many towers is that now? That's 3 for Saigon Jokers. That's going to provide just an amazing amount of early game gold and just really help them leverage their lead.
Yeah, I gotta say though, at least on the Hunter side, Monkeys, he's doing the right thing. You see, he's off on his own down bot lane. The lane has been pushed so far ahead, and he's free farming now at this point, which is what he needs to do to try and catch up. But the thing is, though, is you just need the rest of the team to try and kill time.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing. They're roaming as a pack. You had a 3-man gank squad up top lane, but the Vayne still died.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic gank until Ezreal decided to press R.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier, Nunu's, didn't have any gold per 5s, has it now, and I think
one, yep.
Yeah, and so I think, I mean, they're taking these early towers, they're forcing tons of wards, and that's really key. I mean, it's really shortening the gold amount that they that KLH has and forcing them to be really behind in their builds, and they just have to continue to play safe. And Saigon Jokers has such amazing.
And that is not safe. That is not safe, Vayne. But you do have the exhaustor. You gotta try and make the play. They're trying to get the killer, but here comes Sona in with the ultimate. Vayne gonna be going down, and it looks like Nunu may also, while he's got the exhaust still on him. There is the slam, the double kill for the Jace. Trying to, I mean, I'm giving them credit where credit is due. They need to make plays, but you need more than just Vayne and Nunu, because pretty much all of the Jokers right now are in free roam. Yeah,
well, they need map awareness, really, and they don't have it. And I thought Sona had an Oracles and took out a ward, but there just wasn't a ward there, and so they had no idea what was coming. When they just pressured and dove on that lane or on the tower, and it cost them a lot. And now Jace 3-1 in a 2v1 lane.
Golden.
That's difficult.
Those 2 Qs should let you know that you've been warded out and you've been spotted. That's the time when you need to go back off, because now you know that the rest of the team is going to be following up behind. Monkeys is very low.
Nice
missing
dodge.
the bind. Nice juke. I'm not sure. Do you have the damage for it? Monkeys coming in.
Oh,
just baiting out all the shots. And great kill on Ezreal. But you have the rest of the Jokers here pushing up on in mid. You need to try and deflect this push the best you can. And even then, there's not the most ward clear, the wave clear from KLH is all within Aurelia with the ultimate. And we saw this in the first game with the Titans and the Sentinels. Sentinels were on the back end. They didn't have the best ward clear in the world.
Yeah, definitely not. The Nocturne ultimate's going in, and he gets burned down so fast. Oh, Vayne trying to do some poke here. Mundo, are you going to be able to get out of there? It's going to be really close. And then, and Vayne goes down 2, and this just turned around. Triple kill. That Nick Swatter doing a great job there. Yeah. Mundo just surviving, and really a great team fight. For Saigon Jokers, just putting them even further ahead. They're so ridiculously far ahead right now. It's going to be near impossible for KLH to get back in this.
I keep saying ward clear when I keep meaning to say wave clear. And now I'm expecting, like, when Halloween comes in tomorrow, the Ultimate Minions are going to be wearing, like, little ward costumes. Like, how crazy would that be?
That would be, I think that would take more preparation than one day. But, you know, I mean, maybe not.
Hey, I believe. I believe.
Yeah.
If anyone can do it, Riot can.
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence. Like, dude, we need Honey Boo Boo Lulu.
No, that's that's the last thing we need. That is terrible.
That'd be a great costume. That'd be that'd be a great. I think that'd be a hilarious skin, but that's just me. That's just me.
Well, maybe, you know, that's your birthday wish. No, it's not going to happen.
Hey, my birthday's pretty close to Christmas. Yeah. That'll be something a little bit more Christmas festive, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
It's not going to happen. But you know what is going to happen is Saigon Jokers are just going to run up this mid lane.
Yes, they are.
And I don't think they took the inhib down yet, so they're going to just get that.
Yeah,
easy.
it is still in mint condition, but probably not for long, though, because you have a pretty good push here. You have the wave clear coming in from Nivea with the ultimate and just cleared the entire path. You ward out in front between the inhibs, looking for stuns. You got the black shield shielding that, but the mid inhib now down to super minions have begun to push. And you know, there's a pretty decent waves though for Hunters on actually both top and bot. So unless the Jokers are looking to tank a turret, they're going to need a little bit more minion support, but they're just going to go push right on into the base. And if you need someone to tank, it's Mundo. It's Violet. He's got plenty of health. And he's got his ultimate up. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, that poke right now from this team. Actually, I just noticed this is basically an amazing poke comp. Ezreal, Mundo Cleaver, Sona Q, Nivea, Jace. I mean, just really good pokes. So they can just stall this out and push. And then, I mean, looks like they're just going right for the bot turret, and then they're going to just push that up too. So just slowly but surely breaking down KLH until they're just going to be at that nexus and there's nowhere to run.
Slowly but surely, but this may even be like a pre-20-minute game.
That's true. Slowly but surely, I mean like 20 seconds they're going to be in the base.
Slowly is a relative term.
Yeah, absolutely.
But even like even you know, whether this game was going 20 minutes or 50 minutes, I mean this we would have seen the same game plan from the Jokers. You see the poke, you see the softening up of the Hunters, making room to clear up and try and grab all the objectives, all these turrets. And even then, you also got Jace, who's quite in his own a very good split pusher. He's up on the top lane, he can get away if need be, but all of the Hunters are dedicating themselves to defend this push down in bot.
Yeah, they can't cover both spots right now. It's going to take at least 2 champions to take down Jace, or at least prevent him from taking the tower, in which case you have 4v3 and you don't want that. And actually, I'm a little embarrassed I didn't notice the poke comp before, and it's going to come into fruition here as they just continue to poke down these last few towers. Jace split pushing, going up top, can just like clear the waves really quick and push down the can poke out the champions if they come and try to threaten him. So he's going to be in good shape. And Saigon Jokers, GG, man. This is their game to win. It's pretty much over.
Yeah, and even then, the slams, the hammer coming down for Jace, so much damage.
Yeah.
Onto that Nocturne, and even then, Hunters, they try to defend.
So
they try to get something here, and you still have super minions pushing in the mid.
Jace level 13, Nocturne level 8. Is that what I'm seeing right now? So
yeah,
no
that's
wonder
correct.
He did his combo and took down 3/4 of his health. And level advantage, you know, we mentioned this a lot, goes such a long way in this game. You're going to be doing so much more damage, have so much more life than your opponent.
Yeah.
5 levels. Imagine a level 1 taking on a level 5 or level 6.
Imagine a baby fighting an adult.
Yeah, exactly.
Just out with it.
Imagine James fighting me. And I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, it's not good. So they're just way behind, and they're gonna try to stall it out. But I mean, Vayne is a late game champion.
Yes.
And so Vayne's not gonna be doing a lot. Aurelia is just under farm and under leveled, and it's just gonna be a terrible situation.
There's, I mean, a lot of great late game champs on the Hunters, but I've said it so many times, and I'm gonna say it again. in order to be relative in the late game, you have to get there first.
Yeah.
You have to get to that 40-minute mark first. Violet on his own, taking down the bot tier 2. Everyone, your Joker's actually going back there buying something nice for himself. QTV, what did he grab? He's got 2. He's got 2 BF swords. He's got 1 in each hand. He's got a Doran's blade on each foot. And he's just leaping at people at this point.
Yeah, and he's got those boots 5, making me think he's going to do a little split pushing, a little roaming. Should be interesting to see.
Yeah, they got the Baron, though, and Joker's, they've made so much of a great position for themselves. They can take this uncontested. There's no concern whatsoever here for a steal or anything of the matter. This Jace just playing the point, making sure that no one comes in for the invade, and he's going to be resuming the split push here in top. As soon as that buff comes on, which should be in just 3, 2, 1, come on, make it happen, there you go. And this should be it. This should be the final push. Yeah,
they're just going to be able to poke them down, stall them out. They're going to have to return to base a lot, and when they go back to their base to get their life back, they're going to take towers. And, I mean, there's really, they could just, I guess the word is Zerg. They could just Zerg this Nexus. Literally just, like, attack into it. And,
you're done.
You're
good.
Almost knocked over my water bottle. And, yeah, and they're just going to take these towers. There's towers, the Nexus. There's not going to be anything they can do. KLH is in bad position. They're going to try to stall out, but how do you outpoke a poke comp when you're this far behind?
Well, the best thing you can do is have a Baron buff, but the position has been made so much here. Hunters can't even contest the Baron. That's the best thing you can do is, like, if you can sneak a Baron, the regen from the Baron will be more than enough to actually really negate any poke coming on in.
Yeah.
But they're so far behind at this point. It's just, that's why the poke comp, that's why you see it so often. Because once you get such an established lead, you have to try to blow it. You really do. You have to give up a Baron. You have to give, someone has to be out of position and someone has to leave. There are very few ways to lose with a poke comp if you're this far ahead in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, the poke comp's just a really safe pick in general. Imagine if the roles were reversed, how they could just poke them down from their base, high back.
This is it. This is the last stand. You got the Morgana ult, followed up with the Hourglass, trying to get the Suns. You got Nunu with the ultimate, just trying to 2v1 the Ezreal. Is not going to happen. Double kill for Jace, triple kill for Jace. And that is the advantage you get Ezreal, advantage you get Mundo, but you still have all these characters here in the base, and that is an ace for the Jokers, and that's going to be it. That is GG.
GG, 22-minute game.
Nice.
That's the way I like them. Quick and dirty. Yeah.
Them snowballs, man.
Them dirty snowballs.
Them dirty snowballs.
Yeah.
That was good. That was, and like you